She tried to suppress a yawn with an effort that made her jaw creak. It was tempting to call it in as an LOB. Sandra smiled to herself. It wasn't what they taught you at Hendon, but every police officer knew what it stood for. Load of bollocks. Then she could get back into the car and go in search of refs. She hadn't eaten for hours, her stomach hollow from it. Knowing her luck, she'd be about to bite into what passed for dinner, and her radio would come to life. The trouble was, there was a kid in the house. You couldn't just walk away without finding out if the kid was safe. Not when there was a history of domestic violence and social services being involved. Chaotic was the word for it. Not enough food in the house. Patchy attendance at school. The boy needing clean clothes and haircuts and a good bath. How could you have a kid and not take responsibility for him? OK, Sandra's parents had been short on hugs, and they hadn't had a lot of money to spend on her and her brothers. But they'd been reliable, and she'd never once gone hungry. Nothing to complain about, even if she had complained at the time. She bent down again and peered through the letterbox, moving the torch slowly across the narrow field of view this time. It cast stark shadows in the kitchen and across the stairs. But there was something. She squinted and changed the angle of the torch, trying to see. There, on the bottom step, light on metal. And again, 2 steps up. And again, 3 steps above that. Knives. Kitchen knives. They were stuck into the wood of the stairs, point first. All the way up, into the darkness at the top. Sandra wasn't an imaginative person, but she had an overwhelming sense of fear all of a sudden, and she wasn't sure if it was her own or someone else's. Hello? Can you hear me? Open the door, please, love. I need to check you're all right. Silence. Oh, shit, Sandra thought, but not for her own sake, despite being scared at the thought of what might confront her inside the house. Oh, shit, something very bad has happened here. Oh, shit, we probably can't make this one right. Oh, shit, we should have come out a lot sooner. Oh, shit. She got on her radio and asked for backup. With you in 2 minutes, the dispatcher said. And Sandra thought about 2 minutes, and how long that might be if you were scared, if you were dying. She'd asked for paramedics too, hoping they'd be needed. The second police car came with 2 large constables, one of whom put the door in for her. His colleague went past him at speed, checking the rooms on the ground floor. Clear. Sandra was halfway up the stairs, listening to her heart and every creak from the bare boards. The torch was slick in her hand. Hello? Anyone here? The thunder of police boots on the steps behind her drowned out any sounds she might have heard. Bathroom. Filthy in the jumping light from her torch, but no one hiding. A bedroom, piled high with rubbish and dirty clothes. No bed, but there was a pile of blankets on the floor, like a nest. A second bedroom was at the front of the house. It was marginally tidier than the other one, mainly because there was almost no furniture in it apart from a mattress on the floor. Shoes were lined up neatly in one corner, and a collection of toiletries stood in another. The woman was lying across the mattress, half hanging off the edge, a filthy blanket draped across her. Her head was